Okay, so hello, welcome back. I wanted to talk to you right now about peer pressure and addiction to social media and hard times and all of that all together. I have a problem, and I do believe that this is a global problem. It is the fact that we as humans are connected through neurons and stuff that most people do not know how it works. And the way it does is with hormones and a lot of other things that are involved in this mind and social and physical interaction thing that we have that we call life, human life. So, quite frankly, me personally, I check my my cell phone twice a day. I just check the WhatsApp groups, I take whatever I need, and then I delete everything else. And then that's it. I back up some things in my computer, and that's it. I also use my cell phone for doing these YouTube videos. And then I use my cell phone for actually making calls. And other than that, I am okay with that. I don't have, you know, I I think I do have an Instagram account I opened, but I don't care about that. I I have a Pinterest account, and I honestly don't care about that either. I use Google Images and stuff, and I don't care. And I have Twitter. Sometimes I tweet, but probably takes me like what? So I spend about half an hour daily in the morning checking the WhatsApp groups and the Twitter. And then I spend another half an hour in the afternoon. So that is 1 hour that I spend every day. So, on that thing alone. Sometimes I might spend more and sometimes I might spend less, but average, it's probably about an hour. I check this timing all the time because I do not want to spend, like 2 hours checking messages or something. I don't even check my email that often. I check my email probably twice a week. And I do that mostly because I try to see if someone has sent an Amazon gift card. Because, I ask this in every video that I do. Because, I'm not monetizing the channel. Several reasons, but mainly is because I don't have my US account open and stuff like that. And it's just not me. So anyway. So the reminder is that down below is my email so that you can send an Amazon gift card if you want. And that's it. I don't do, promoting of products or anything that might make you change your preferences, okay? Because that's not what I want. So anyway, I have this problem. And I'm guessing that if you're a parent, you have a bigger problem. My daughter is 6. And my mom and I, we don't check. We just don't. we don't check for Facebook messages, updates, or every time that we have a message, we have to run towards the phone to see who it is. Oh, hell no. My mother and I, my mother is like, I'm too busy cleaning the house and stuff. And me, I am like, oh no, I'm too busy writing or reading or, just doing other things that I'm supposed to be doing that has to do with my actual life. So I don't let other people control my timing. So here is a problem that you will have all the time. I don't care if you have it with your kids, but here's the main thing. Number one, people are expecting you to text back or to answer a tweet or to answer whatever or to even like a picture that you just posted on Instagram or whatever. And people are expecting the response to be immediate. And this is a very a highway for you to go to hell and for you to be in trouble. And here's why. Because you can't know what the hell people are doing. You just know that you posted something. But you don't know what the other 10,000 people that you have in your following list or whatever are doing. They are not going to stop their lives just to answer you. If you are going to say something important to someone, you call them. Like you actually use a phone, your cell phone, as a phone. You do not use it for posting something. Okay? If you're posting something, then you have to remind yourself that you are not God. You cannot have the immediate attention from every single person out there that you don't even know just because you send them something. I have had friends, literal friends, that I know in personal life. And they sent something like a text message. And 10 minutes later, they are calling me to have a fight with me because I didn't answer immediately. And I actually tell them, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that you were God and that I had to answer you immediately or you were going to kill me. And they are like, oh, come on, you don't have to be like that. And I'm like, what the hell? If it is urgent, call. If it's not, then stop. So when I post something, I don't expect people to answer me immediately. Even if I am on the cell phone and I am chatting with this person online, I just go and do everything else and I don't care. I don't answer. Because you have to keep yourself grounded. You have to remind yourself that you are not God. If you tell yourself this several times during the day, you will realize that you can't go over other people's free will. And you can't go and try to make everybody happy. Because that's not your job. Your job is to just have your own life. And that's it. There's nothing else to it. If you have kids, oh hell, then your kids are your responsibility. That is a whole other story, but the point is that you cannot be in control of other people's life because you are not God. You are not meant to control 10,000 people that you have as followers. And you cannot control the 10,000 of them liking whatever the hell you post. I understand that people need other people. Because we are lonely, because whatever. I understand, okay? I am human after all. I have the same needs as everyone else. What I cannot understand is why you are trying to control other people's reactions to your things. Why do you care so much about other people's things compared to yours? Why? So I keep telling my friends, if it is urgent, I will call you. And if it's not, just answer whenever you can. If it has been 3 days and I don't get an answer, then I will remind the person, hey, I sent you a message 3 days ago, 4 days ago. Did you get it? What happened? And then people are like, oh yeah, I forgot. See? Did the world stop? Did I die? No. You just have an agenda. So what you do to keep this problem that we're having with social media balance is that you actually get a written agenda, and then you say, okay, I text this message to this person asking this, and then that's it. Then you say, you put like a circle around that area so that you know that if this person answered or he didn't answer. And if he didn't answer or if he doesn't have an answer, then you ask again or you move on. Because that is the problem. You can't have a personal relationship with 10,000 followers. It's just not happening. You're not God. Hell, I think God is quite, and I do mean quite busy with 7 billion of us, fighting with him or praying with him or thanking him or whatever. I mean, come on. We can only have a personal relationship with God, and He's the only one who can have a personal relationship with 7 billion people at once. And I bet that He can do it faster than any social media can. So, what is the matter? So, here is my problem. If my problem is not that I am addicted to these things called social media or whatever, quite frankly, I don't even care. And if my problem is not that other people are upset that I don't, respond to Facebook groups or whatever, yeah, I'm sorry, I just don't. Then what the hell is my problem? Oh, hell. Here is my problem. My daughter is 6. And every time that we get a notification, the telephone sounds. Sometimes that is so freaking annoying. I swear to God that my mother and I turned off most of the notifications that we got. And I swear there was a point I didn't even know how the hell to turn off the notification things. We were like, what the hell? Because my mom could not sleep. She opened her cell phone once, and then all of a sudden she was getting notifications from Facebook, from the email, from the news page that she was just in. Then she was having notifications from, for at least 3 or 4 other websites that she never visited. And then she had notifications on porn pages. And then she had notifications from other things. And she was getting notifications literally around 150 every night. Do you know what it's like to have 150 notifications in a span of 8 hours? 8 freaking hours, which is the time that my mother actually sleeps. The notifications will not stop. It's like 2 in the morning and you get now a freaking cell phone notification thing. She actually had to put the cell phone on vibration and on mute and stuff so that she could sleep. So my question to you is, what the hell is wrong with these companies? So my suggestion to everyone is just turn off the freaking notifications. Turn them off. All of them. You're not going to die from them. The only notifications that you should be getting is, for example, if your wife is pregnant and, she's having the baby. Oh, crap. That you need to take care of. But other than that, maybe you have a family member with Alzheimer or something, and then that person is lost or something, and you need notification of that. But other than that, I mean, if it is not an actual medical related emergency or an emergency related to your family or stuff like that, then what the hell? What the hell are you doing with yourself? My problem is that my 6-year-old daughter, every time that we get that notification, she runs towards the cell phone. And not only she runs towards the cell phone, but she actually opens the cell phone and then she starts yelling at my mother and me, saying, "Answer." And I say, "No, I don't want to answer." And then she actually cries. And then she says, "You have to answer." And I said, "No." And then she says, "Yes, you do." And I said, "Why?" She doesn't know how to explain it to me. She doesn't have an answer. All she has is this feeling that you have to answer. And she says, "Other people are writing, so you have to answer." And I do not freaking know how the hell to explain to my daughter that I don't have to answer to any person that writes whatever. Especially if it is a freaking company that is sending me messages at 2 in the morning to tell me that they got a new update. I don't freaking, care if somebody updated their status. What the hell? Do you wake me up at 2 in the morning to say that? Or to have a notification that somebody updated this status? And my daughter actually wakes up when I forget to turn off the cell phone. My daughter actually wakes up at 2 in the morning to tell me, "Mom, who is calling or who is in the message? Answer, because it's important." And I am like, "No, it's not." I am pissed as hell with these freaking companies that are creating this addiction into young people. And they should be regulated. I don't care if you don't agree with me. Because if you don't have relations, and I don't care, and I don't mean taking the free speech rights. I don't mean that. I mean like actually regulation. Like you cannot send messages at 2 in the morning to people. Okay? That's just wrong. Okay? And you cannot do this to children. I understand if you do this to an adult, and the adult is, 25 and they're young and they can do whatever the hell they want because they're young and they are cute and they can do whatever the hell they want because they are adults. They are not freaking children. You cannot make children addicted to these things, because then they will not be able to manage their own life. And if they don't manage their own lives, they are going to commit suicide. They are going to get depressed. They are going to go into sexual practices that are just wrong so that they can get likes. And what the hell does a like has to do with your sexual life? How the hell do you explain that to a 6-year-old? So we need regulation. Now, that is for politicians to do. I think that we as people, we need to ask for that. because the companies are obviously not going to stop. Because if they can sell whatever the hell they can to children, they will. And guess what? Guess who is going to pay for all these things? Who is going to hold your child's hand when they are depressed and when they are alone and when they don't think or they don't believe that there is actually a life that is outside of their cell phone? Do you think companies will care? So here is what you do right now. Because, this is a problem thing, so try working towards solution thing, right? So number one, you get your child and your teen a pet. And you're like, what? Oh crap, I swear to God, this is like crap. I absolutely hate the idea of having pets. Okay? I dislike having pets like you have no idea. But between having my daughter addicted to a cell phone or a computer games or something, or having my daughter connecting to a living thing, even if I have to clean it and, taking care of the poop thing or whatever, crap. The choice of the alive thing is better. So ask your kid what kind of pet does she or he wants. And bring the freaking pet. I know. Like I said, I like animals. I just don't like pets. It's different. Because a pet for me is like a chain. It's like you have to be there. You have to pay for it. You have to, do medical checkups. You have to do paperwork for the pets. You have to do, oh crap. But that is better than having your child looking at a screen and then realize that they have eyesight problems, that they have hearing problems, that they can connect with other people, that they have, all these problems. So no. Number one, try to get a regulation. If you can't, talk to your politicians or whatever, then go and make a plan. Your plan has to be, goal-oriented. And your goal is to take your child in connection to other living things. Show your child that there is a life that does not include your freaking cell phone. And for that, you need outdoor activities, you need gyms, you need parks, you need to go to the mall. I mean, come on. If the child is always in your house, of course it is going to be all the time in the freaking cell phone or computer. But if your child is with you, in a museum, they might actually have a chance of taking a picture of the art. And you can talk to them about the art or whatever. And then you can get like an icebreaker thing in the museum or in the park or at the mall. But the point is that you need to make them connect to a living thing, a pet, and you need to get them outside of your house and outside of a school. Because in its school, oh hell, they have more peer pressure than you can ever think about having. If you thought your high school was hell, oh, you have no idea what your kid's high school is right now. It's probably 40 times worse. So you need to consider all of these things. And you need to come up with ideas of your own probably with another parents, probably with another support group. Just try not to make it a social media support group. Try to make it an actual meeting thing where you can talk to people, not through cell phones. Face to face. Have a book about conversations with these things. Educate yourself on how to avoid these social media problems and how to deal with the stress of these things. Because it is going to be a problem. And every time that you are working in your social media life, you are avoiding your actual life. You can't, you know, do you know how many car accidents happen daily because people are looking at their cell phones, texting while they are driving? So I am going to make a second video so that I can show you how these things kind of make sense so that you can have an idea of what I'm saying. So this is just, me coming up with this topic, and I'm hoping that you can talk to your friends about it and not through social media thing. I'm talking about actually sit down with other parents at school. Have a meeting at the school where no cell phone is allowed and talk to other parents. If you lose your child, no one is going to care but you. Because for companies, these children, they are just hell for companies. We are just users. We are just users. We are just numbers. But for us, our kids are our lives. For us, families are priority. Too bad our actions are actually proving that we are becoming users of our own families. And that's not even funny. So just try to do that.